Hey Sagittarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for September 23rd, 2025. Okay, this is for Sagittarius. Last shuffle for Sagittarius here. Let's see what's going on. We have status quo and we have deception and loss. There's something about you trying to show yourself as normal, like I'm just like everyone else, but in reality, you may feel like you're living a lie. Someone is in this space. Part of you needs to just forgive and let go of being afraid of being different, of being, because it seems like if you're concerned about being like your peers or like appearing normal, this is the vibe of being like the only person on this on the block, the only house on the block, the odd one, right? That family that everyone's like, look at you. You already see that house over there. Look, Sagittarius' house. They're strange. They're different, right? What's the movie The Burbs? You know, you might be that family that moves in, everybody's suspicious of. Look at them, they're different. Look at the car they drive. Look at everything. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, but I swear that movie had me like it'll have you in tears. Okay, with Tom Hanks and all the other bigwigs of the '80s and '90s, right? But either way it goes, they're showing a status quo energy, which speaks of the influence of the external, which is like our community, our friends, our peers, our uh, work partnerships, the people we work with. Everyone's like, oh, you know what I did? I allocated my funds to da 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 da. Now I have a healthy da 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 401k, and you're just like, I'm not like you. I'm different. I have a different, I have different interests. There's something about spirit wanting you to forgive someone, and it feels like what you're, um, well, you see the signs here, right? But they want you to stay focused on what you love. You want to focus on love at this point, and that tells me that many of you have got to stop. There's fears, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of issues, but there's something about shining love on those fears. What that looks like is, instead of thinking about the fears that you're facing, you're focusing on things you love, like you're listening to music that you love, you're wearing out clothing that you love, you're eating foods that you love, you are focusing a lot on love. You're surrounding yourself with that energy to calm that down. It's necessary here because it seems like you're being prepared for something better, an enlightenment, maybe prepared to see something completely differently. A lot of times when this preparation comes up, that means you stand out and you would see something others cannot. So the deception would be the Three of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, and Eight of Cups. The deception is you're waiting for things to work out. That's not gonna. They're like, there's some kind of situation where you're like, I'm just waiting for somebody to figure it out. I'm waiting for things to happen. I'm waiting for things to just work. It's not going to happen without a fight. Loss is Hermit and Page of Wands. They're showing creative energy around you. Fifth house placements, South Node placements. The South Node speaks about the lessons we're meant to learn. You want to look into where that is for you because you may be going through a karmic phase that you keep repeating and you don't know why. You want to look into where that is. Because not only is that the case, but even with that energy, the same, you look into what that is, right? A lot of our placements in our charts, yeah, it does have a lot to do with you. But in order for that energy to be, that means that there are people flocking to you to help to create the energy or to pursue it or to persist, to provoke it or to heal it. And you want to know where that is for you. So look into where that is, and then you'll see how some people and some things and some places fit into your South Node that's surrounding you right now. They want you to forgive the people around you because it really isn't them. They're just attracted to the energy you're in. Forgiveness helps to put you back into the place where you're being prepared, because it's like a Buddhist energy. Some of you could be Buddhist, or you need to incorporate Buddhist principles, which is like meditation and things of that nature. Look into it, right? I mean, you don't have to know Myoho Renge Kyo or anything, but I'm just saying, you want to be in this space of nirvana that, you know, that's where you're meant to be. Basically, point blank, period. That's where you're meant to be. Now, when it comes to love, I'm seeing that right now it's important to take a step back from that situation because this relationship is about to move to a different level here. If you're in a romantic connection, I'm seeing someone needing some time to themselves to consider or to contemplate whether or not that's a good idea for you. You need to think about yourself at this point, not about the other people around you. And that's part of where they're coming from with status quo. I don't know a Sagittarius that's like, oh yeah, let me just be like everybody else. Sagittarius, y'all already stand out already. But I am seeing a loss in this energy, Hermit and Page of Wands. What I'm seeing by waiting for things to happen for you is that you're losing freedom. You're losing your inspiration. You may even be feeling like you're losing your memory. You might be experiencing short term memory loss with this combination because you're just like, I don't even remember a time when I was stable. I don't even remember a time when things were like balanced for me anymore. You want to say to yourself, my future is an ideal projection of what I envision now. Envisioning is a very powerful energy. I kid you not, I did this myself. I remember a point in my life, I'm sure I told y'all this story 5 billion times, but I can't help myself. I'm a Leo and I repeat stories, okay? From what I've been told. Um, but there's a time in my life, like I said, I was homeless. I was somewhere where I just never thought I would be, but I also never saw myself in any other position because I was always uh, working, overworked and underpaid consistently, right? And I was in a situation where I didn't have any other opportunities. You know how like you can't take time off to look for another job, so you just have to work that job and hope things work out. I didn't have any space or time for anything else, so I'm working my butt off. I lose everything. I end up homeless. I end up in this place. It wasn't even really a shelter. It was a place, a program that helped me to rebuild. So I'm rebuilding, right? And as I do so, um, I find I find myself in this class. Okay, they have us in classes. So we go to the classes, and because it was like part of the program was you had to attend a class, even like a financial counseling session, which was amazing for me, actually. Right. So the class was like, we're going to do a vision board today. I'm doing a vision board. I'm not taking it seriously, really, truly. They're like cut out some. They have magazines. They had all this stuff, and so we're making a vision board. I make the vision board, and then I decide to take it a step further and write down my goals for the future. I was like, well, let's see, let me just write them down. It's fun. I don't know. At the moment, it felt fun. Of course, it wasn't because I really drew a blank. I was like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I don't see myself anywhere because I'm struggle city right now. I'm on struggle bus, and it's a flat tire on that mess. Like I'm messed up. So I write down this list. I put it in a little composition notebook, and my life goes on. I end up finding a place, having better employment, find a place, and then I find myself go, just moving on up. Life just moves on up for me, and long story short, end up moving into my first house. End up buying my house, right? I'm buying a house. Going to One day I go up in the attic, maybe 5 years ago, maybe may have been 5 years ago. Go up in the attic and I find the composition book. I'm like, ooh, look at this. This is old. Let me read what I was writing back in 2011. And I found the list. And let me tell you about that vision board. Everything I wrote, everything I put on that vision board, I found all of it. I was shocked. I was like, dang, I made this a long time ago. I did everything on that list. Everything. Don't underestimate the power of envisioning something for yourself. Oh, I don't want to get emotional, but it was like a lightning bolt hit me. If you want something, it's real. That's real. Envision, say that to yourself. My future is an ideal projection of what I envision now. I don't care if you got to make a vision board, get your glue stick together, okay, and some glitter and do your thing. If not, write it down. I just forgot about it literally. And my life, and I meant what I wrote, but I didn't see it happening. I mean, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. My life was wild. Okay? Do this. I implore of you, I'm begging people, please believe in yourself and believe in that. It works. And it was stuff that there's no way it could have happened. You know what I'm saying? It just, I kid you not, there was stuff I was like writing my, buying a new house, getting a new vehicle. And it was the first time I ever had a brand new vehicle too during this phase. I didn't even think I could ever have one, right? Starting my own business, retiring at a certain age and no longer working or something. I put all that together. I'm not retired because I can't afford it. I mean, come on. I'm not a millionaire, but I'm just saying there's certain things I was able to do that I couldn't believe that was happen that it happened. Of course, it took some years. It took like 5 years after because I bought this house like in 2014 or 15. But I'm just saying it happened. Anyway, angel number 1818 is here, and that speaks about your willpower and about how things, significant events are on the horizon for you. And I see you progressing in your endeavors and gaining new experiences. All the right people, the right resources are going to be put on your path when you see this number 1818, right? It's there's an excellent proposal or a change coming up. If you see this number, this note, just know you're destined for greatness. You really, truly are. Don't be afraid. Forgive people. Forgive everyone in your space. Resentment just clouds your vision. Trust and believe. It clouds your perception. You won't be able to see what's going on. I see helpful people coming towards you, angels sending people to help you. But I also see that the reason why we must forgive, because you might need a reason for it. Trust and believe. I know I would. Tell me why I need to forgive them, please. Is because they are attracted to your South Node energy, which South Node speaks of trauma, drama, the things that slow us down, the stagnation of life, karmic energy from the past. They're just attracted to it because they're still in theirs, right? So it's not personal. It's not like, ooh, let me see Sagittarius over there. Ooh, it's Sagittarius. Let me go ahead and put on my toxic mask. They don't know. They don't even know why they're doing it. And they're not ready to heal, but you are. The Sacred Temple, Five of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. You are so tired of being disappointed and down. Someone's so tired of being tired and sick and tired of all of it. Tired of feeling like I'm just freaking existing. This is an existing energy. I'm sick of it type thing. That's what this says. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of feeling dead every day. Some of you may be excited about a thing or two, but overall, life feels dead. You're not meant to. The deception is that's what life is. Life sucks, then you die. That's the deception. That's not true. You know, I'm just waiting because, I mean, what's the point? Behind a mask, you have Nine of Swords and Justice. Nine of Swords tells me that underneath it all, you are tired of things being unfair. Your intention is to, your intention, you shouldn't worry that things aren't fair. I think that's the craziest thing, but it's the truth that someone is afraid. The only way to combat this fear is to focus on the fact that the worst is behind you. You need to know this. Through your journey through life, you've come down a long road. The worst is truly behind you. You've already passed the house with all the rabid dogs. You ever had you've already passed that. You already passed the last house on the left. You already passed it. Okay. It's behind you now. So behind a mask speaks of your intention, keeping like a brave face, not showing your feelings. Some of you are trying not to show people that you're stressed beyond words. Okay, this is like behind everything, I'm stressed, and rightfully so, right? But they're saying that's ending. Okay, you want to look into your fifth house. It speaks of your creativity. It's ruled by Leo. It speaks of your creativity. It speaks of how what you bring to the table and how you need to focus on being creative about finding things that you love and incorporating that throughout your day. It helps to raise your vibration so that you're able to forgive people. You're ready to take some time to yourself and think things through. And then you got to be very loyal to what you love. Write down that freaking list. Think I'm kidding. I'm not playing, man. It works. Works. It freaking works. Um, I don't know why I'm so excitable about that, but I am, because I cannot stress enough how I never believed in that. I was like, oh yeah, I've written things before, but I never really sat down and said, okay, these are my goals for the future. Imagine my surprise when I open the box and I see this list, and I did everything that was on that freaking list. I think the last thing that I haven't done really truly is like retire, because there's I have a list of people I want to bless so badly. I'm like, man, I hope that I get this certain sum of money because I'm going to bless so many people. So because I mean, there's an obscene amount of, is it for me? There's a certain level that's just obscene. So I'm like, I'm sharing. I want my entire family to be where I'm at, and the people that I love along the way that I've run into. Shoot, it would be man. I can't. So either way, I'm throwing this out here to say, um, yeah, angel number 1818, right? That breaks down to a singular nine. And on this day, as it being um, a 5 day, this is would be say to keep on moving. Don't focus on the things that you need to forgive. Don't focus on the things that you're afraid of. Just start doing things uh, to distract you from your fears, and then focus on what you want your future to look like. Okay, you could be dealing with a Virgo, a Sagittarius, another Sagittarius, a Libra. Those are the main signs. I'm also seeing Aries and Leo, right? So you could be dealing with a Leo Virgo cusp or a Virgo Libra cusp. And if you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.